Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I do college football videos every single day, and I do some college basketball videos, especially when March Madness starts rolling around. But I will give you a heads up. If you're expecting a guy that's gonna, pat you on the head, say your team's good all the time, nothing to worry about, no trash, don't. I'll save you the trouble right now. Don't hit the subscribe button. I do trash talk, and I don't always have the nicest things to say about teams. It's the truth. It's not straight trash talk. I just speak facts. Don't forget to check out my Patreon page. We have a much wider selection over there as well. And don't forget about my PayPal contest. The person with the highest PayPal donation by the end of this month wins a brand new 42-inch Roku Smart TV worth $300. So before this Super Bowl, there was some trash talk going on between me and some others. More than one person about how I wasn't a real Bengals fan. I've never worn Bengals gear on my videos. I don't talk about them much. But if you've been a long-time subscriber, you know that I've talked about Cincinnati and my trifecta of doom. I'm a West Virginia fan in college football and college basketball. I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan in the NFL, and I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan in the MLB. So I personally don't remember any of my teams getting to a championship. On a side note, yes, I am a fan of the New York Knicks, but not really a solid fan. And that was because of the 1999 NBA Finals. That's it. So yes, one of my teams made it to the championship, and I could actually remember it. Now, don't get me wrong. The Bengals have been to the Super Bowl while I've been alive, but I was really, really young, so I don't remember it. And the Reds won the World Series, I believe it was 1990. I wasn't a Reds fan until about 1992, so that one doesn't count either. I'm talking about a championship, number one, that I can remember. Number two, I was a fan of that team when it happened, and it still hasn't happened. The Cincinnati Bengals lost to the Los Angeles Rams, 23-20. And of course, it's got to be in heartbreaking fashion. Of course. It couldn't be a blowout and I could relax the second half. We got the Super Bowl, getting blown out. It's fine. Now I can move on. No, Cincinnati, they were down 13-3 at one time in this football game. I was like, well, maybe this wasn't meant to be. And then, of course, that trick play. T. Higgins, wide receiver, 6-yard touchdown pass. Great form, by the way. That was a beautiful touchdown pass. So they trim it 13-10 right before halftime. I was like, oh, this might be a football game. Then Cincinnati took the lead with a 17-yard touchdown pass to T. Higgins. So he threw a touchdown pass and he caught a touchdown pass. Lo and behold, Cincinnati has the lead. Oh, this is interesting. They added a 38-yard field goal, 20-13. Wow. Now, LA does answer back with the 41-yard field goal. That tightens it up, but Cincinnati's still looking good. They're driving. They're moving the ball. They're scoring points. Well, kind of got bogged up in the fourth quarter and couldn't get that touchdown. And, of course, Matthew Stafford, a former Georgia Bulldog, throws a 1-yard touchdown pass with 1 and 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Rams go up 23-20. You have got to be kidding me. But Cincinnati had one more chance. And they get down to the L.A.Rams, I believe it was the 49, 48-yard line, right? Fourth down, they go for it. And, of course, Joe Burrow throws it away in the ballgame. L.A.Rams, Super Bowl champs. But I got to thinking. I dug up some stats. Evan McPherson, the kicker for the Cincinnati Bengals, has a career long of 58 yards. Now, Sophie Stadium is an indoor stadium, so there's no wind. So that's not a factor. Now, if they would have went for a field goal right then and there, that would have been a 63-yard field goal, something like that. That's only like 4 or 5 yards longer than 50. And I know, once you're in the 50s, approaching 60s, every yard is bigger and bigger exponentially. But that is a big what if. I mean, he has hit a 58-yard field goal. That's only 4 yards more. What? They could have gone for that field goal, go for the tie, and head to overtime. So that's another big what if. But all in all, this was a great game. The Rams had 313 offensive yards. The Bengals had 305 offensive yards. The Rams were a 4.5-point favorite. Did not cover. They did not cover. They did win by 3, but they didn't cover. Now, here was something that was interesting that I saw according to ESPN. The capacity for Sophie Stadium is 71,500. The attendance was 70,048. So not full capacity. It wasn't a sellout. 98% capacity. Somebody explain that to me. Was there seating maybe taken out and the capacity was reduced? or maybe the price was so high that some people was like, nah, screw it, I ain't doing that. I mean, this venue was in Sophie Stadium. A lot of rich people around that area, they could afford that. So that one kind of made me raise my eyebrows on that as far as the capacity. I mean, this is the Super Bowl. This is supposed to be the biggest game of the year as far as the NFL goes, and it wasn't packed out. That's a shame. Not gonna lie. That is a shame. It's not a good look for the NFL. I know it's not by much, only like 1,500 people, but still, that's not full capacity. It matters. I will say this, though. I do think the future is bright for Cincinnati. Number one, Joe Burrow is an amazing quarterback. Number two, he's a winner. Number three, he's a competitor. He expects to win. And a lot of people were criticizing him because he's not cool. He's not lighthearted. He's not chill. He's not bouncing around, just trying. No, he's competitive. He's like, we're going to win this football game. Stop joking, everybody. It's time to do what we need to do and win this football game. And I actually like that about Joe Burrow. The competitor in him is very strong. And that's exactly what Cincinnati has been missing. Whenever Marv Lewis was our head coach there at Cincinnati, we would get to the playoffs fairly regularly, but we could never get out of the first round. Well, with Joe Burrow, I was really expecting us to beat the Raiders at home. That was a home game. The Raiders, not all that great. Did what we were supposed to do. Cincinnati passed a milestone that they hadn't passed in a while. What did Joe Burrow say? We still have more business. All right, then they go on the road to Tennessee. The Titans. Wasn't expecting Cincinnati to win that at all. Tennessee, technically the best team in the AFC. I mean, they were the number one seed. What does Cincinnati do? They go on the road and beat the number one seed. I'm like, well, we might be cooking with something. After that, road trip to Kansas City. I was like, well, this is where the party's over. We had a good year. Not really blow you away type of year, but a good year. What do? We go on the road and beat Kansas City again. Yeah, that's right. Cincinnati beat Kansas City twice. Now, the first time it was at home, but then that road trip in the AFC Championship, beating the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead, that was a big deal. So, yeah, I did think Cincinnati had a chance to win this football game, and if you watched the football game, you saw they had a chance. They blew it, but they had a chance. Whenever the Rams went up 10 points, I thought the game was over. I really did. I was like, that's ball game, whatever. Another year. But no, Cincinnati keeps my hopes alive only to dash them at the end again. Welcome to my life. That's what my life's been all about as far as sports related goes. So the question in my mind is, who will I see, if any, win a championship in my lifetime? West Virginia football? That's a stretch. West Virginia basketball? That's a stretch as well. Cincinnati Bengals, well, they just got to the Super Bowl. They could get there again, so I'm definitely leaning towards the Bengals. Or the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, they're no, that's not going to happen. They would need a lot of change to be championship worthy. So I'll say the New York Knicks because I am a New York Knicks fan, even though I'm not a diehard Knicks fan, not like through and through. But they are my favorite NBA basketball team. I don't think that's happening either. So really, all my eggs are in the basket of the Cincinnati Bengals. This year, it was looking good. They got the Super Bowl, but of course, they lose to the Rams. And the game ends with an Aaron Donald, well, almost sack, but he caused a throwaway by Joe Burrow. But great season for Cincinnati. I'm proud of you. I think we can get back there next year and win the whole daggum thing. Y'all let me know in the comments section, do you feel bad for me or are you laughing in my face? That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.